The F-14 Tomcat, caged lightning with million-dollar missiles and a Vulcan 20mm cannon. You'll need every ounce of firepower this plane can offer for your current mission. Command headquarters let you know this morning that the enemy is building airfields and bases all over the desert. They're protecting those bases with squadrons of their best interceptors. Your job is to take out those bases. If you have to knock down a few enemy planes, so much the better. Just you and your F-14. With a good pilot, it's holy terror. With you, it should be unstoppable.
Are you all ready to take the highway to the danger zone? This is Afterburner 3 for the Sega CD. Now, don't expect this game to take your breath away. There's definitely some fun parts, but it is a bit clunky. You see, you're basically operating this jet. A and B fires weapons, and then C turns on your afterburner and makes you go super fast. You have two different camera options, the cockpit option and this third-person view, and both of these have their strengths and weaknesses. For example, I noticed that it's a lot easier to maneuver when you're in third person because you see your plane clearly. But it's a little harder to shoot the enemies because your plane is in the way of your shots. In first person, it's a little easier to shoot the enemies, but it's kind of harder to evade. The ship just feels a lot bigger because it's literally taking up the entire game screen, so it's hard to evade when enemies are shooting you. In fact, even in third person, it's pretty hard to evade the rockets enemies shoot at you. This is a really fast-paced game, and because of the somewhat jerky controls, it's just hard not to get hit. The game gives you a good deal of lives, so you'll keep playing for a while, but you will get shot down in almost every level. The game is just in such turbo mode that it's almost impossible to evade all the missiles going at you, even if you have the reflexes of like a mongoose. I found the best strategy to evade the enemy projectiles is just to go into madman mode. Just whenever you see an enemy coming at you, or whenever you see an enemy and you think the enemy is about to fire at you, just start spinning uncontrollably, jerking back and forth all over the screen. Just go crazy. That's your best option. Just go insane, and chances are the enemy won't hit you. If you try to time yourself and wait for the enemy to actually shoot you, most of the time enemies will hit you when you least expect it. The game doesn't control too well, but for a Sega CD game it looks good, and the music is just fantastic. Some of the best music on the Sega CD. I've actually noticed a pattern with Sega CD games. Not a lot of them are very good, but even the mediocre Sega CD games have great music. I think Sega CD has some of the best OST soundtracks of any console. I won't be your wingman anytime soon if you want to play this game with me. But if you're a fan of the Afterburner series and you like these kind of flying and gunning games, it's definitely worth a try. Although don't expect this game to be great. It's just above mediocre. And frankly, the way you have to fly in this game, it's dangerous, Maverick. Afterburner 3 for the Sega CD gets a very average Stan Birdman rating of a 6.7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.